Hey everyone, this is Luke again, and welcome back to yet another Ninjago video onto the channel today. By the way, check out my shirt. Channel surfing is my cardio. The only thing that would make this shirt more accurate is if you change the word channel to internet. I got this shirt for Christmas. But anyways, today I want to talk about something that I just wanted to give my thoughts on, as usual. Now, I've seen some posts regularly talk about how close generic stud is to passing Tannerfishies to become the quote-unquote number one most subscribed Ninjago YouTuber. Now, I'm going to actually follow this up with a video talking about why I believe the term Ninjago YouTuber is basically a pointless term. But this is going to be my first part about this little issue. Um, basically, I don't really think it's a big deal if Stud passes Tanner. To me, it's really not a big deal. And here's why. It's YouTube, you know? I understand that YouTube is by the numbers. I understand that. However, it's not a popularity contest. Well, I mean, according to YouTube it is, but according to actual YouTube users who use the site, it's really not. As long as you create and upload your content, who cares what the numbers say? I even mentioned this in my two videos about ways to be a Ninjago YouTuber. One of them was don't look at the numbers or don't go by the numbers. And while I do admit it is hard to ignore the numbers because the numbers are facts, you can't change what the numbers say. The fact of the matter is, you can't let numbers define you, you know? I'm not going to say, I'm not going to care if Stud passes Tanner, which is going to happen in, a few days, maybe in 1 week at most. I don't think it's really going to matter at the end of the day. I think people are making way too big of a deal out of this because, personally, it's really not that big of a deal. Now, the other reason I think a lot of people want this change is because Stud has a clean record, whereas Tanner's record, not so much. And people think they want a new face to be on top of the Ninjago community. And I can understand that. This reminds me a lot of the whole PewDiePie and T-Series thing. It reminds me a lot of PewDiePie and T-Series. If you remember back then, T-Series was growing really fast, and there was a mute bit called Subscribe to PewDiePie, where PewDiePie and T-Series basically in a race to, 100 million subscribers. Because I think people knew that T-Series was eventually going to pass PewDiePie, but was it going to be before or after 100 million subscribers? Well, T-Series won that battle. I mean, it's kind of hard to beat when you basically have an entire country helping you. But it kind of reminds me of that situation where some random channel who seems fairly new, even though they're really not that new, is growing in an incredibly rapid rate, where the King has been growing really slowly. But the thing is, we haven't seen some sort of a movement to, sub the Tanner, basically. We haven't seen that type of movement. And why is that? Well, to put it simply, we go back to the numbers. 100,000 is basically nothing on YouTube. It's basically like a drop in the bucket. Like PewDiePie was basically the center of YouTube. He was basically what a lot of people called YouTube's last hope of being YouTube, because they didn't want YouTube to become corporate, even though by that point YouTube had already become corporate. But I think also it's because people would rather choose someone with a good record than someone with a somewhat iffy record. And I think a lot of it is also about public image as well, because I remember a lot of people saying how Stud would be a better fit, quote unquote, for someone to represent the community. I don't know if that's the right word to be choosing, considering he only got into this fandom like a year ago, so he's still kind of fairly new, whereas Tanner is an OG, where he's been around for at least 8 years and more. I'd rather have someone trusted than some newbie who just happened to grow that fast, who just happen to grow that fast, you know? Um, Now, I'm not trying to say Tanner is better and whatnot. I'm not trying to start a war. Don't, please no wars in my comments, because I will remove those comments if you are basically saying Stud is better or Tanner is better, because I don't want to risk, resulting in a flame war. I just don't want people to be arguing about it in my comments, Tanner's comments, or Stud's comments. I don't like that, because in the end, it's not a popularity contest. It's YouTube. Just let YouTube be YouTube, alright? Like, if you like Stud, don't like Tanner, fine. If you like Tanner, don't like Stud, fine. If you like both, that's also fine. It doesn't matter. The point is not whether one has more subscribers than the other, but the point of this is rather if you like them. If you like them, then you subscribe to them. If you don't, then don't subscribe. It's that simple. It's all a matter of liking or not liking someone or something. That's all it really is. It's not a popularity contest. People are just overblowing it to the point or they make it out to be a popularity contest. And this is not something that's new. This has been done for years and years and years. And honestly, whenever I see this type of behavior, it kind of hurts me, because they're removing the heart and soul of what makes YouTube YouTube. They're viewing it by the numbers and trying to one up themselves of what you could do, I could do better. I don't want that. Where's the heart in it? And that's what I wanted to do for my channel. I remember one of my YouTube friends, Four Corner Z, he complimented my channel and say how it brings in the heart, it brings in the soul of YouTube, and that's what I really want to do. I want to bring in the heart, the soul of YouTube. I don't want to over flatulate, if that's even a word, uh, stuff that I'm not. You know what I mean? I don't want to be someone that I am not. Um, and that's perfectly fine. Be yourself. Don't hide who you truly are. Um, I don't want to rant about this, because in the end it might turn into a stud rant, and I don't want it to turn into a stud rant. But what I'm just gonna say briefly is that Generic Stud really should drop the character that is Generic Stud, because not one, we can obviously tell it's a character, and two, his character is kind of iffy. And honestly, if the real Stud is really chill in real life, then why isn't he bringing that chill Stud that we've seen in? Probably because it doesn't rake as many views, probably. And honestly, that's kind of saddening. But that it's probably it's probably going to lead to the slow demise of YouTube as we know it. But anyways, what do you guys think about this whole thing about Stud passing Tannerfishies? Do you think it will be good? Do you think it will not be good? Just tell me your thoughts in the comments down below. I don't want any flame wars in my comments. So if you say you like Tanner or Stud, just don't be an ass about it, okay? Because I don't want a flame war in my comment section, because I will remove you if you start it. But anyways, I hope you guys like this video. Give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel by clicking on the red subscribe button, and click on the notification bell to see every video that I will upload. And I'll see all you folks in the next video. Bye bye!